New products are critical businesses. Radical innovations are very important to the future growth and survival of a company. The well-known business writer Gary Hallam says that new product development is the most important business issue of our time. There are many reasons why companies put so much effort into NPD. We have listed some of the most important aspects. Replacing declining products are necessary to keep up with rivals. In order to attract new customers or to gain more market share, it is helpful to differentiate one's product with these from the competitors. In order to do this, there are two options. Either you can offer cheaper or better products. New product development is so popular since price cutting takes the margin away, whereas superior products allow high margins. To point out how important NPD is, we want to present an interview with Steve Jobs. He was a remarkable technology driver and businessman. He co-founded Apple but left Apple for several years. Just before he came back to Apple, Apple was in big financial difficulties. The reason for this are shown within the interview. So, discuss the importance of NPD on basis of this interview now. For further background information, it is recommended to read the book The Rise of Apple, published by the New York Times in 2012. Afterwards, go on with the slides.
You first came to public attention with Apple. In recent weeks, it's been one of the failure stories of Wall Street and indeed of the American economy. What went wrong at Apple?
Oh, gosh. You know, Apple, I haven't been there in a long time, but my perception is...
We won't blame you for what's happened in the last 10 years.
Yeah, no, I mean, my perception may not be complete, but from the way I see it, I mean, Apple was a company that was based on innovation. When I left Apple 10 years ago, we were 10 years ahead of anybody else. It took Microsoft 10 years to copy Windows. The problem was that Apple stood still. Even though it invested cumulatively billions in R&D, the output has not been there, and people have caught up with it, and its differentiation has eroded, in particular with respect to Microsoft. And so the way out for Apple, and I still think Apple has a future. There's some awfully good people there, and there's a tremendous brand loyalty to that company. I think the way out is not to slash and burn, it's to innovate. That's how Apple got to its glory, and I think that's how Apple could return to it.
The basic message is shown on the slide. At this point, we can emphasize that it is not enough to just invest lots of money in new product development. No, we need a good new product development management in order to be truly innovative. Such a kind of management is necessary since many departments are involved in new product development, like the sales, engineers and marketing department. Furthermore, new NPD tries to minimize its losses without losing the opportunity to develop breakthrough products. As we already discussed, a few years after Steve Jobs went back to Apple, the company revolutionized the way people use digital music. Due to the high importance of NPD, companies are looking for ways to constantly generate new products. Therefore, companies develop unique techniques. However, most of them can be divided into 5 phases. Now we'll give you a quick overview of the 5 phases in NPD. Firstly, companies try to identify and select an opportunity. After choosing an opportunity, the concept generation starts. During the whole process, but in particular after the concept generation, it is needed to evaluate the concept. Afterwards, we will have the development process, which can be divided into technical and marketing tasks. Finally, the last phase is called launch. At this point, we want to mention that this lecture is based on the book New Product Management, 10th edition. It is written by Merle Crawford and Anthony Di Benedetto. We recommend to download the ebook version of this book, which you can find under the provided link.